everybody, welcome to June favorites. I don't know why I'm doing this. June's been an amazing month. Maybe it's just because there's so much. We've had Jake's birthday, we had Shane's birthday, we had Michael and his wedding anniversary, we had Jake's graduation, we visited Ole Miss for Jake's orientation, Father's Day was in there. Just craziness, lots of happiness, lots of happy moments. So June was amazing. Thank you for sticking through the month of June with me. I know I threw a lot of sponsored videos at you. There were 3. I've discussed this in the comments and kind of all over social media, but again, I don't normally like to do 3 sponsored videos in one month, but all 3 opportunities came at once. They were really great opportunities. They fit my channel. They're products I've either been loving, been using for years, or really wanted to learn more about them. And I thought that they would interest you, so that's why I brought them to you, and I did take your advice, and I uploaded them on non-regular days, so if you didn't want to watch it, you could have skipped it, and still would have had the normal amount of me in your life. So thank you for that. Also, a reminder that through the remainder of July and August, vlogs on Sundays, more content, sit down, talk to you videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. Okay, let's get on with the fun. I have a few beauty products, mostly drugstore this month. Let's start with a bronzer. This is new but not new. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer, but I've used this before in Reserve Your Cabana, which is more of a highlighter, and Ticket to Brazil, which is definitely a bronzer, but I kind of went a little crazy and I bought the darkest shade called Bikini Contest, and I thought there's no way this is going to work. This totally works on my skin. It is a beautiful, very natural color. It's very soft and creamy, very blendable, big, soft, fluffy brush, kind of just fluff it all over and you are good to go. Although this is not the bronzer I'm wearing today. The bronzer I'm wearing today, which I love as much, but honestly, I don't know that I can justify buying the full size of it since I so enjoy the Wet n Wild version. I got this like deluxe sample at Ulta. It came with a little matching lipstick, and this is the Chocolate Soleil bronzer that I usually wear in the Milk Chocolate, which is a very light bronzer, and now I am wearing it in the medium deep. It's what I have on today. It's this tiny little one. It's a much more deep shade. It's still a very wearable shade. Obviously, I haven't even touched my self tanner yet, and it's working just fine on my face. Still has that great fake chocolate scent. Again, what I love about it is it's matte and it's very blendable and doesn't go on streaky, which is kind of important when you're putting on bronzer. Onto some more drugstore products. This has been the palette I have been wearing almost every day, and pretty much the only thing I wore when we went away to Ole Miss. It is the Covergirl True Naked in the Nudes palette. Now, I had picked up the golden palette. Here it is. I had picked up the golden palette, and I kind of not trashed the palette, but kind of put down Covergirl for blatantly copying the Urban Decay Naked palette. And I still will say, to all drugstore and all makeup brands, don't make a brand or a product as a dupe of another product. Just market the product as, you know what, this is good on its own, and oh, it has similar shades to another fabulous famous palette. That's great, but that's not why we made that. I like this palette because it's a great product, not because it allegedly is a good dupe for the Urban Decay Original Naked palette, which I haven't even swatched to see if that's true. I have been wearing this nonstop. I'm wearing it today. I love these shades. I love that there are 3 great matte shades that I always want. It's a great matte brow bone. There's a great transitional crease shade, which is like my go-to crease shade. Even if I'm not wearing the other colors, I reach for this palette just to put this in my crease, and has a great darker tone matte brown, like kind of outer corner shade. It has beautiful shimmer shades, but some of them are a lot more frosty metallic. Some of them are just a little bit more satin. This shade right here, I wear all over my lid all by itself. It is a beautiful shade. They're soft, they're creamy, they're pigmented, but not overly so. It's this weird dichotomy where you don't have to worry about getting too much on your brush. It's easily buildable, but it's not like so powdery that it doesn't deposit any color the first time you pat it on your eye, if that makes any sense. So for those of you that really like to blend, really like to layer, you're gonna love this. I also, like I said, have it in the golden palette. I don't have the rose one, but I'm thinking I'm gonna need to go get that. Another Covergirl product that I talked about in my What's New to Me at the drugstore is this blush. I'd seen the Covergirl Cheekers blushes, wasn't all that impressed with them, but this is their classic color, and it's in the shade Soft Mink. And the hardest part was figuring out how to open it when I got it out of the package. It's this beautiful perfect shade of blush. It's this, I love like a, Wrigley has a cold or something. I don't know what's going on with the sneezing. It's a beautiful kind of soft, rosy, natural, not shimmery, but glowy pink. It blends well. I'm wearing it with a heck of a lot of highlighter going on here. I love this shade. It's like my perfect go-to blush shade. I don't know why it's taken me this long to find it. It's been around for ages. And then I swear it's not a sponsored CoverGirl video, but I like CoverGirl, what can I say? Not new to my channel, not new to favorites, but worth a mention. It's the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. I use the shade 105. The reason I'm speaking about this foundation is when we left to go to Jake's orientation, if you missed this in the vlog, we left on a Sunday afternoon. I woke up fairly early to pack, put my makeup on early, probably by 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, use this foundation. Well, our travel plans kind of fell through. We ended up we got as far as Dallas on the airplane and had to rent a car and drive straight through the night. We got in the car at 10:45 at night. We pulled into Oxford, Mississippi about 6:45 that morning. We didn't stop for gas. We didn't stop for the bathroom. We didn't stop to eat. We just drove straight through, and I have the same face of makeup on. The only thing I touched up was lipstick, and I splashed on a little bit of bronzer to make it look like I wasn't dead. But obviously I didn't have time to do concealer, foundation, and all that. And this thing held up. I did not take my makeup off until about 10 o'clock that Monday night. So the makeup had been on since 9 o'clock the previous morning. That's like 36 hours of makeup, and this thing held up amazingly well. So definitely worth a mention. And then a high-end makeup favorite that I wanted to talk to you about is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. So many of you have been telling me for months to go get this, and QVC sent this to me when I talked about when I did that little beauty haul. This was one of the products I was able to choose, and I had heard so much hype about it from you guys that I said I need to try it. And you're right, this is pretty fabulous stuff. It is pretty full coverage all on its own, so right now I prefer to mix it. I've been mixing it with the Becca Liquid Shimmering Skin Perfector, which is what I have going on right now. I've mixed it with the Champagne Pop, the liquid version, just to kind of dilute it a little and make it a little less full-on matte. But it is beautiful, and what I love, as with all foundations, is once it's on my skin, it doesn't go anywhere until I decide to take it off. That's kind of a big deal. Now, moving away from beauty products and on to just like other stuff, let's talk about a shoe. Now, I don't wear flats a lot. In the summer, I do, and I was introduced to this brand and was able to order this recently. This is so outside what I normally wear. This is from the brand MsGoldgirl. It is their Stiletto Shoe. I think this is called Honeysuckle. I'm not entirely sure. I will link it below. I don't know why it got all dirty inside. Let's not talk about that. This is a beautiful, incredibly comfortable Italian shoe. Look at that stitching. I love that it's really pointed because it elongates and it makes my foot look a little more narrow than it really is. My feet run to the wide side. These babies are so comfortable. This is what I wore on that infamous trip to Ole Miss, and throughout orientation, I walked miles in these shoes. They are amazingly comfortable. I will be ordering more shoes from this brand. They are not the most expensive. They're not the least expensive. I think these were $150 or $190 for these shoes. They come in a lot of other colors as well. Cannot recommend these enough. I love me a comfortable shoe. And then this was another product that I've had on and off, and I repurchased it. It was a recommendation from another YouTuber I love watching, Ruth Crilly from A Model Recommends. She's talked about this, Lisa Eldridge has talked about it. It's the Deep Sleep Pillow Spray from This Works, and the little stressless roller ball that comes in a little set when you order it. I can't remember if it's some British company that mails to the US. I'll link it below. But basically, every night as I'm getting into bed, I keep this in my nightstand. I spray it. I don't really want to spray it now. I'll fall asleep in front of you, but it's a lovely lavender scent. I spray it all over my pillow. I kind of spray it on my mattress, like where my head generally ends up. And then while I'm sitting there, I roll a little bit of this roller ball, like basically on my wrists and kind of on the area of my hand where I do this. And my body has been trained. It smells this and it knows it's time to go to bed, and it's just like, it's like Ambien without the side effects and the addictive qualities. I love it. I have used the Bath & Body Works version. It's nice. To me, it's not as potent as this. The Bath & Body Works is a little less intense, which may appeal to some of you. I will list them both in the description box, but my preference, and the one that I have repurchased, is the Deep Sleep Pillow Spray. It's amazing. Then let's talk about some go-to accessories this month, because even though I have a ton of jewelry pieces, these are the ones that have been on rotation for the whole month of June. We have, let's see, what's on my ears? These are the Celestial earrings from Bauble Bar. They're just gold with, you know, fake little sparkles in them. They go with a lot of stuff. And then I also have this necklace. You know I'm a huge fan of Kendra Scott. I love the rain necklace. I love the long chain. I love the shape. I love the colored stones, but I wanted something a little different but still the same shape, and my mom got me this as a belated birthday present. Can't remember the name of this, but it looks a lot like the rain necklace. I'll list it below. What I love about it is you can get it in all gold or all silver, I think, but I like the mixed metals. Again, I'm a mixed metal kind of girl. So it's edged in gold, and it has the gold tassels, and then the filigree kind of scroll work in the middle is silver, kind of like a satin nickel, like not a full-on silver. It's really pretty, and the chain's a little different from the Kendra Scott rain necklaces. This is a box chain. It's just a little different, and it goes with everything, and I wear it paired, well, with this t-shirt, and I like to pair it with my longer maxi dresses. It just kind of gives the eye something to go into and makes my body look, I think, a little more slender. Another long necklace, not a stranger if you've been watching my videos all month, is this Capri necklace from Bauble Bar. Didn't really know how I was going to feel about it when I ordered it, because I didn't think I wore a lot of red, yellow, or orange, but I have been reaching for this constantly. It's a wonderful pop of color against pretty, I mean, I could wear it with this. It would look fine. It's almost like a neutral piece. I love it, and I love the antique gold instead of the really bright gold, and I get a lot of compliments whenever I wear it, and I was told by you guys that this is a squash blossom necklace, and whatever you call it, I think it's gorgeous. Two more pieces from Bauble Bar, because I did do a big haul from them recently. They're called Circus Hoops. I love these. They're hoops. They're delicate, but instead of being worn sideways, they're worn head on, and they have this tiny little rhinestone diamante kind of pave sparkle setting going on in there. Again, they're neutral. They go with everything, and they're very elegant. They pair very well, actually, with the necklace that I'm wearing. And then not so neutral, but totally cool, are these Solange earrings. And these weigh like a paper clip. They weigh nothing. I love the pom-poms. I love the pop of color on that's thread wrapped here. I think it's so fun. They're huge, definite statement earrings, and they weigh next to nothing. So I love those. Now, let's get on to the follow-up. A lot of you asked me when I talked about the new Jaclyn Hill Becca release, the new face palette. There's a champagne pop in here. It's over here. Which one is it? Champagne pop is it's this one right here. If it's swatched the same as the original in the compact, which is right here, you can see mine's well loved. So I'm gonna swatch it on my arm, and let's go find out right now. All right, I've swatched them both on my fingers, and I can tell you that the texture is different. The one in the palette is not as creamy and soft as the one in the compact. Interesting. We will do a close-up. I think on your face, there's not gonna be a noticeable difference, especially because you're not gonna put it like this on your face. This is a major swatch, and it's not blended out, but yes, there is a difference. The one in the palette, which is this one up here, the one in the palette is a little less red toned, a little more gold toned. Yeah, they're not the same. How about that? Very interesting. I still like it. I still like the face palette shade. It leans a little more gold, a little less orangey red. I like the Prosecco pop. I like all of them, all the things in the face palette. This thing right here. I still stand by that. I really do like this face palette, but if you're getting it as a dupe or because you don't have the original champagne pop, not quite the same texture, not quite the same color there. Very interesting. Thanks for bringing that up, guys. Happy to help clear up the question. Not the same. Well, there you have it. Those were my favorites and one follow-up from the month of June. As I said, I really appreciate all of you hanging out with me. I'm excited to share more with you in July. So don't forget, every Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, we can hang out together. There will be a couple extra videos thrown in there. Don't forget, I have a blog. I write a corresponding blog post to every video, and just because you've seen the video, don't think that it's all the same stuff that's in the blog. I cover a couple extra things. I write a really nice, I really love writing the blog post that goes with a vlog each Sunday, a little look back on the week that we get to do together. So please check out the blog and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching. I love reading your comments. Can't wait to get to those, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. And I'm really excited to talk about my go-to outfits, my wardrobe staples, now that summer is really here and in full bloom and in full heat.